Welcome back to Let's Have It Out. Let's take a caller now. We have Mohammed from Pretoria on the line. Hi Mohammed, what is your question or your comment?
My comment is very simple, is that the Chargé d'Affaires of Morocco is busy attacking the host instead of attacking the problem. He is called there to discuss a colonization. His country who's colonizing another country. This is recognized by the AU, recognized by the country is in the United Nations, it's all over the world. There's so many countries who recognize that. I lived in the camps, Catherine lived in the camps, and he never been at the camps himself. And you know, the dictatorship in Morocco, the kingdom, has been recording the Arab conference and giving it to the Jewish, to the Israelis, and Hassan II, his ex-king, before this king who's right now. We lived with the Sahrawi. Catherine herself lived among the Sahrawi. There are people who are suffering. They colonized people and they're killing them. There is no slavery. He is talking nonsense. He gives himself the freedom of attacking Catherine, who's Miss Earth, and she's known all over the world, and especially in South Africa. He's wasting his time. He must address a problem which has been addressed by United Nations, addressed by the African leaders,
Yes.
The African Parliament. They are represented in African.
Thank you so much. I think that's really very important points. Thank you for that. I'd like to just quickly continue from what your last points were. Welcoming Sahrawis back to Western Sahara.
Because he raised something very important.
Yes.
I should answer him. Yeah, please. The arrest, Republic Arab Sahrawi Democratic. So we analyze this word or this appellation. Republic. It's not a republic because it has nothing to do with republic. And Arab. It doesn't say the name is not Arab or African because ironically that there's no other country, no Arab country other than Algeria who recognize Rust as a state. The Arab League doesn't recognize this state. So if it is Arab and no Arab country recognizes this, so it is not a state. And in Africa, how many countries recognize the state? How many? No, just 16 countries. No, 16 countries.
There are no countries in the world that recognize the sovereignty of Morocco over Western Sahara. I'd like us to quickly just go. We have a comment that's come in. Well, let's just quickly hear from our viewers who want to be a part of this.
Because it's very important to explain this.
If we could just move on a bit quickly because we do have a few things we have to get through to.
Okay. So you said something that the Western Sahara as a state is recognized by EU, by UN, and by, I don't know.
International Court of Justice, correct?
No.
Yes.
International Court of Justice said that there is allegiance between Morocco and this region. And you should know the history of Morocco. The history of Morocco is very long. The state of Morocco was built or established in the 8th century. We have the first university in the world, built by a lady. Morocco was the first country to recognize the independence of the United States in 1777. It's a very big, very long history. And this region, and you should know that Morocco...
Okay, excuse me, we need to move on. Let us hear from our viewers who are also engaging on social media. Ali on Twitter says the conflict in Western Sahara can be ended and the suffering of the Sahrawi people ended with the implementation of the Security Council resolution and the UN. In other words, the right to self-determination of the Sahrawi people who can choose their future democratically. #LHIO. Thank you so much for your comments. And we continue with a few other points. You mentioned the welcoming back of Sahrawis who want to go back from the refugee camps which are based in Algeria. However, there is something called the berm, which I'd like to just quickly bring up. The berm was built between 1980 and 1987. There are 6 pieces. The berm is the second longest wall in the world, and it divides the Sahrawi people. It is also known as the longest continuous minefield in the world, with the largest largest deposit of landmines on either side of it, and it is manned by 120,000 Moroccan soldiers every single day. How do we allow people to come back if we have specifically divided them? It reminds me of the apartheid regime, where we specifically went to divide people by creating barricades and demarcating land areas where they could or could not go.
You see, you said the white apartheid regime. You mentioned this. I have somebody who visited Dakhla last March to take part in the Trans-Montana Forum. When he came back, he told me that, unlike what he heard, that there is people are suffering, people are demonstrating, people are contesting, people are, and there is the military, there is blocks. He didn't notice any police blocks, any military prisons, and everything was peaceful. Peace reigned, security was reigning. That means that within the Moroccan Sahara there is peace.
Is this in Western Sahara that you're referring to?
I'm not talking about Western Sahara, but Moroccan Sahara. Your Western Sahara exists in Algeria in the camps.
And I
told you before that there are two Saharas.
In the UN.
There is the real Sahara in Morocco and the other one in Algeria. When you talk about suffering, you're talking about the Sahrawi in Algeria.
No, I'm not.
No, that's one. Did you see them? Did you see Dakhla? Did you see Ayoun? No, you have been Dakhla in Algeria, not Dakhla in Morocco.
I can't. I welcome you to invite me to go to the Western Sahara, to the illegally occupied territory.
You see,
in the UN, there are documented ongoing human rights violations that are happening in the territory of Western Sahara.
Give me evidence.
There is so much evidence.
In the same tune, in the same words, as you are reciting something that's written to you.
There have been numerous UN resolutions calling for a referendum. Why has the referendum of Western Sahara
not participated? That's a good question. We did the census. The Union was there. The UN was there. We also was there to just between the two armies. Mm-hmm. But the problem is in Algeria, not in Morocco, because they refused the census in the refugee camps, detained camps.
The refugee camps, the consensus was done. There is an official report that released the total population within the country.
How much?
So you can take a look at this after the program. It is just under 200,000, 176,300 people.
Unfortunately,
and this is a
I googled the province of Tindouf, including the refugees and detainees, are 150,000. All the population in Tindouf, it is a province, Algerian province, and the total population, as it is in Google, it's 150,000 people in this province, including the refugees.
So these are not the numbers in accordance to UNHCR.
No.
But we're going
to what is told by the Algerian and Polisario.
No, this is in accordance to the UN Refugee Agency. But we're going to go to an ad break. We take more of your questions and comments after this.